Right, Campbell's comments in New Zealand for the weanling sales. Andrew Grierson, hello.
Good to see you here.
Back for 12 months, been a long 12 months though, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We had a little blip where we could have people for the weanling sale last year, and then that's it. So yeah, great to see the Australians here in force, and there's quite a lot of people booked into the new hotel here, and yeah, it's all looking positive.
Well, we'll do a sale for James Jennings first, if we like. It's sensational having the Hilton Hotel is here. I stayed overnight last night, but I think you said there before there's about 39 people that have got a direct tie here to the sale, which it's just got to add to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I was talking to Andrew Seabrook a few days before, and they had the opening of the hotel at that stage, and he said that someone had critiqued it and said it's the best appointed DoubleTree in the Southern Hemisphere. So full credit to the Vellas and New Zealand Bloodstock for doing that and getting the facility on site. It's great.
Anyone that knows the Vellas and know how they do things with class. It looks classy now. It's the sort of thing I want to come back in about 10 years. It's just going to look magic, isn't it? Yeah,
look, and the grounds have improved over the years as well as the trees got larger, and it's got an atmosphere now with maturity at this facility, and we're very lucky to have it. Honestly.
Anyone knows me knows I work for Woodlands. I do as much spruiking as I can for you guys. To be over here for this sale though, as a Woodlands person, I love coming here anyway. But I've sold it to people in Australia that it's a must get to. There's something about this weanling sale as compared to yearling sales, isn't it? It's a little bit, I don't know, more engaging to build relationships.
Oh, look, it's not a dump sale.
No.
We've sold 2 horses, hard copy that, Horse of the Year. We've sold Party On, Linda Lovegrace. We've sold some super horses out of the sale. Really, really good horses. And it just goes on and on and on. And the reality is we breed a lot of horses. We breed 150. We can only put 45 to about max yearlings. So we race some, and where the rest go, they have to go here. Yep. And so we've got some pedigrees that would definitely make any sale as a yearling sale that we just couldn't fit into our draft as yearlings, and they've come here. And we've got some absolute standout types which we hummed and hard whether they should go to the yearling sale or come here, and just based on a whole lot of factors they ended out coming here, but not because they weren't of a quality that would make a yearling sale. And they're good, they're well behaved, we've spent a lot of time getting them right and making sure that they're good citizens and nice and relaxed, and we have a reputation for weaning horses really well.
I think it's brilliant the way they do parade. There's 2 parades going on, and they've been going on for a while. It is only Tuesday afternoon. They've only arrived today, so they're standing there, they're copying it so well, getting out and walking. I don't want to hold you for a long time. How do you go about weanlings as compared to yearlings and yearling sales? Is it a little bit of bloodlines, types, or is it just a combination of maybe gut feel?
Look, there's no question we've got more fillies here than we would normally have in our yearling sale. We go towards more colts, so that's one factor.
More colts in the yearling sales?
In the yearling sales. Yep. And obviously, we've got a couple of better lights here, but I can guarantee you there's more than that in the yearling sales.
Yep.
and an up and coming sire like down by the seaside, he's got quite a few represented here, and he's got horses represented in the yearling sales as well. So I think the sale really serves a purpose, especially for young trainers trying to get it off the ground, because not everyone can afford to just keep on putting your finger up to bid a horse, and it's a good chance for these guys to, if they back their own judgment, and some of them who've done really well out of the sale, and they get an opportunity to have a look at a whole group of horses together, so they get a good idea on what they're looking at as well, which is a handy thing. There's 130 odd weanlings there.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there's no sale that large of weanlings in Australia, is there?
No, definitely not. No, especially in the flesh like this.
No. So it is a really good opportunity for people. They're always worried, I might be buying something too small, you got to look at the date and all that sort of stuff to work out where it's going and stuff like that. Of date of birth, I mean.
Yeah, and then they can pull that horse out. That's exactly what they can do. They can pull it out. They can go there.
Yep.
You know, we say about betters. Betters can be small. They can be big or whatever. But your C-sides, they throw a stamp, so you can look at it and say, "Oh, is this small or not?" You go get the one in the box next door that's a similar age, maybe, and you go, "No, we're fine." So then you can work it out. So it's good that way. It is a little bit low key, although the inspections, I think, are probably a lot higher the way they actually do the inspections.
Oh, look, I mean, obviously we run scoping when we're doing the yearling sale. We don't scope the weanlings now, partly because their nasal passage is not as wide as you just even to pass the scope. It's a bit tighter and it's a bit more uncomfortable for them. So we don't do that as a rule, so there's that difference. But that's pretty well all. I mean, I suppose we do actually put shoes on the fronts of our yearlings, whereas these guys don't have shoes on, obviously.
No.
And that's about the same. The difference, we wash them, we shampoo them, you can lift their legs, so walk them. No one trots them up, at speed or anything, because they're only just babies, basically. But besides that, full inspections people do, no problem at all.
Yep. And they all come out and they do a good job. It's full staff on deck too. I'd hate to, I don't want to even ask about the staff, because you've got staff everywhere.
We've got more coming tomorrow and the next day as well, because for Thursday it's a busy day, obviously with the sale going on, and people always, as you know, last minute come back and have a look at this and that. So you've got to have the staff to run the show properly.
Plus a live yearling parade tomorrow. States, I haven't seen States, but
right.
There will be a live yearling parade tomorrow afternoon, and I think it's going to Facebook.
You know the trouble we had last year, whereas you weren't allowed to do that sort of thing with COVID, but now everything's a lot more sensible. Yeah.
So we can do that. We're not going to talk about any of the pedigrees or the likes. Lather Up though, a horse, these are the first offerings of the Lather Ups under your umbrella. Have they sold in America yet at all?
No.
No, so this is a first offering at all?
I'm pretty sure, because these are weanlings, so they'll have yearlings coming up in September to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're selling the weanlings, but there's been no weanlings, I'm pretty sure, sold in America. So there'll be more in Australia than here, because obviously he's stood at Kath McIntosh's, and so there's more in offer there. We've got some really, really nice horses. I mean, if you want to see what a Lather Up can be like, have a look at the very last lot.
Yeah,
in the sale.
Mark Hughes is keen, very
he's
keen.
A very nice horse, and he's his Lather Up's father's called He's Gorgeous, because he was a gorgeous looking horse, and that's come through. He leaves a really nice looking type. Yeah.
Well, I will say before we keep going too, if you want to see all those yearling videos, Stace put on the Woodlands site, there is the whole draft of your yearlings, and they're marked. So again, to see those photos, go to the Facebook page, and you'll actually be able to see them. We've got Mark Barton, he's even photo bombing us here while we're doing the interview. You're all right, don't worry, he'll come back in a minute. It's all good. But the evolution of harness racing is, I think, something that we all enjoy. A horse that you guys raced and had such a great time with, stood the sire, had the dam, but speeding spur and having his first offerings, must be super excited about that, are you?
Yeah, look, and it's always hard with a colonial bred. He hasn't probably had the, response that he should have had. I mean, my understanding is that, and I've been told that he was the richest ever entire. I mean, we've had Lyle Creek and I Can Do's It and a few other horses like that who made more money, but he's the highest earning entire, and he won 9 Group 1s, including 1 Group 1 in America when we sent him over there, 152. And he was a 4-year-old of the year, who's a 3-year-old of the year in Australia, who's a 3-year-old of the year in New Zealand. He's just been a super racehorse, and we hope that he'll have horses come out and do the talking for him. He
was one of those horses too. He always raced the big horses. He always raced in the best races. He never had a soft kill or any of those sorts of easy Group 1s, if you like. There was always good quality opposition.
Look, it was always a good, there was some good horses coming through the whole time when he was racing, Mombays and It Comes to Light and things like that, which he raced as a juvenile and was the better horse for it. And he got injured at one stage and had to go off the scene for a while, with kicked out after one race and damaged his suspensory behind. And he overcame that, which is a full credit to the horse, and came back and won several races after that. So, and he's just a true gentleman of a horse.
And we
still have his father as well. we gelded him and put him with the broodmares, and he's the matriarch for the stallion without his testicles that looks after the retired mare mob.
It was one of those great photos on the island, and he was with Speeding Spur's mum.
Yes,
in the same paddock, and they were both in the same paddock, and it was just. I think it's brilliant. I think maybe not enough people captured that and understood exactly what that meant, because it is brilliant. Past to Stephen as well. You've got a great association with Dr. Kath McIntosh, Lower Long Farms. Kath's here, which is, that's what I say, it's a building thing. But you guys had the first lot of rights to him.
We had some frozen semen to start with till they were working out what was going to happen. And then Kath took him after that. And so we bred a few horses to him. And we've got a couple of those. We've got a nice one actually out of the Speeding Spur family.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of that family on offer as well.
Yeah.
But you've also got Seaside.
Sweet Lou, don't forget him. I mean, he's doing a great job in Australia.
I got a different shirt on Brecon Farms. I actually Ken may or may not. I saw a cracking filly out there at Ken's today. He's a lovely Sweet Lou filly. Yeah. You must be rapt, because let's be honest, some people were there to sink the slipper in, if you like, and sort of say that he's not going to be up for it. Spirit of St Louis comes along. He's had 18 individual winners in Australia. He's leaving his mark big time, not just on his progeny with all the white, what he's doing on the racetrack.
Yeah, look, he's done a great job in America as well. I mean, that's going, and we've got two reasonably strong crops going through now.
Yep.
This 2-year-old crop and then the following one are quite substantial crops for Australia and New Zealand. And just with what he's done with the limited numbers he had early on, only stands for the best for what he's going to do long term.
Saw the other day Luke Kilduff, the same draft as Spirit of St Louis that first year, a 5-year-old maiden, and had a win, and he was so rapt at it. I think he won at Shepparton during the week, and he was just rapt about it. So they have a bit of a special bond, and that bling. Easy for sell. Like if you want to sell a horse to the wife or the girlfriend, come here, buy one with a bit of bling, take it home, say, here, darling. It's a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think also the New Zealand trainers say, where are they all? But I think in his first crop there's only 5 left in New Zealand. All the rest have been sold off. Mostly to Australia, some to the States. So they're a sellable commodity as well, which trainers don't go broke by selling horses. So
And we're here in New Zealand. I will say to the Kiwis, Aussies love them.
Yeah,
they absolutely love them. They get up and go, and they're very tractable horses, which is always key. Better Delight as well, as you said. It is it's a great sale. It's a great part of it. I think what NZB do here, they do a great job with it. But I think hats off to you guys, the professionalism that you show. Alabar over there as well, they're doing a great job. It is something to behold, this sale. So thank you very much for joining me. I know you're not keen on these, but I do enjoy them. I might be overstepping my boundaries. I might be getting sort of one too many at the minute, but I must say thank you very much. And
no, I'm more than happy to.
Thanks for having us back out here too. And we'll be bringing plenty. I'll be catching up with a few guys over the next few days. But thank you very much for giving me a bit of time, Andrew.
Paul, and thanks for all you do.
Thanks, mate.